Your comment is fantastic. It's actually exactly the point I'm trying to get across to you. I don't know if it's a TikTok glitch, but when I've been responding to comments, a lot of them haven't been popping up. So I'm going to read it real quick. You said love comes from the heart, not from the law, and you are absolutely 100% right. But that's also not an excuse not to follow the law. Let me explain. Have you ever read that book about the love languages? If you're married and you haven't, you should. But I'll give you like a nutshell summary of it. Basically, everybody perceives love different. Some people don't feel love unless they get gifts. Some people don't get love unless they're constantly encouraged with words. And some people don't feel love unless you're obedient to them. Like helping them out with chores and stuff like that. And coincidentally, that's God's love language. It's obedience. You don't have to take my word on that. Read the Tanakh, read the Torah over and over and over again. Obey my commands, obey my commands, obey my commands. Then Jesus comes in and mirrors that. John 14:15, if you love me, obey the commands. God has always wanted people to be obedient to him. The Father has never wanted a bunch of checklist crossing off robots. He doesn't want you to follow the law as a checklist. He's always wanted you to follow it because of the spirit of the law. This is what Paul's talking about in 2 Corinthians 3. He wants you to follow the law to show him love and to show others love. He doesn't want you to follow the law because if you don't, you'll go to hell for it. The Father gave us the law to expose sin, to show us what sin is and how he deals with it. Even Paul says, I wouldn't know coveting was a sin if it didn't tell me in the law. We need the law to show us how to love. How God wants us to show him love. How God wants us to show others love. If it wasn't for the law, it'd just be guesswork. If you ask 100 people how to show them love, they'll give you 100 different answers. God has taken out the middleman here. He's showing us. He's telling us right there in it. So you're right. Love comes from the heart, not from the law. It always has. But the law shows us how God sees love. The law is God's autobiography. It's the instructions. The Torah is the letter of the law, and Jesus is the spirit of the law. We look to the law for definitions, and we look to Jesus to see how to do it. That's why Jesus says, walk as I walk. Right? This is why in Proverbs it says, lean not on your own understanding. We're supposed to lean on the law, the instructions. And how to properly execute those, Jesus shows us how to do. We need both, not one or the other.